used.
The member for Brand.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Treasurer. Can he confirm that since he became Treasurer, economic growth has almost halved, wages growth has stalled further, business investment and productivity have declined, underemployment has increased, and household debt and net debt have reached record highs? And all this happened before the bushfires and coronavirus.
The Treasurer has the call.
I can confirm that as of January this year, the Australian economy is going to grow, according to the IMF, faster than the United States, Japan, Canada, the United Kingdom, France and Germany, Mr Speaker. I can confirm that under this government the minimum wage has gone up every year, Mr Speaker. The real minimum wage has gone up every year, Mr Speaker, whereas under those opposite it did not. Mr Speaker, I can confirm that under this government we have passed through the parliament more than $300 billion worth of tax cuts, Mr Speaker, including ensuring that those earned between $45,000 and $200,000 pay a marginal rate of no more than 30 cents in the dollar. I can confirm that for the first time in 11 years under this government, the budget is back in balance, Mr Speaker. I can confirm for the first time in more than 30 years that welfare dependency is down to a record low. And I can confirm to this House, Mr Speaker, that the current account is in surplus for the first time in more than 40 years. But, Mr Speaker, I had a bit of spare time on the weekend, and I got to read an excerpt in The Australian from Samantha Maiden's new book, Mr Speaker. I got to read an excerpt from Samantha Maiden's new book.
The Treasurer will resume his seat. Just before I call the Manager of Opposition Business, I suspect he's going to raise a point of order, which he can do if he wants. I'm just going to point out, as much as I'm fascinated with what the Treasurer reads on the weekend, I am just going to point out I am going to hear him to see if he's being relevant. The question contained references to 7 different indicators: economic growth, wages, business investment, productivity, household debt, national debt, and one I can't read my own writing, but there was a 7th. So I'm going to hear from the Treasurer, but he needs to be relevant to the question.
The key point is that to strengthen the economy, to deliver higher wages, to deliver more growth, to deliver more jobs, to deliver lower debt, you need to lower taxes, Mr Speaker. And those opposite took to the last election $387 billion in higher taxes that the member for Rankin and the member for McMahon cooked up. And on the weekend there was some very clear evidence that Labor elders like Bill Kelty didn't think much of it.